Hey guys, Ryan here from Wicked Around Fitness. I get a lot of questions about what boots to buy for people doing the Wicked Around Fitness course and for people who are getting ready to go backpacking. I just wanted to show you, I'm shopping for new boots myself. You know, I train 6 days a week, so I wear them out a little bit more frequently than a regular person. A regular person who goes sheep hunting or backpacking once a year and wears them occasionally, you know, a boot like this, like a $500 boot, you can expect to get 8 to 10 years out of. If you spend $250 to $300, you know, and you do the same amount of work, you might get 1 or 2 seasons out of them. So I always encourage someone to buy something in the higher end when it comes to boots. They last longer and they perform better. So the 2 boots I got here, my 2 top picks for anyone getting into backpacking. I really like the Handwag boots, and I also like the this is a Loa GTX Evo Hunter boot. You'll see both these boots, they look a lot alike. And how would you decide which one to pick? Well, you'd pick the one that fits the best. Okay, so the first and most important thing when picking boots is they have to fit perfect. When you go to the store, you need to make sure you're wearing the right socks, the same socks you plan to go hiking with. I wear a very thin blister-free sock. It's almost like a nylon, a nice tight-fitting nylon sock underneath. And then something like a smart wool sock on top of that. That works good for me. I don't get any blisters by doing that. And then I for changes of socks, I can just bring those really thin, lightweight ones and just, you know, reuse that wool sock day in, day out. So the features of a boot that I would not sacrifice would be Gore-Tex. I would never own a boot without Gore-Tex. The Gore-Tex works amazing. I've gone on 2-week-long hunts where it's rained every single day and never had wet feet. So that is amazing. So if you're looking at a boot without Gore-Tex, walk away. The next thing is the wraparound rubber. Okay, that's really good. If you're planning to do any walking through shale or sharp rock, right here tends to get cut on a boot that doesn't have the protection. Also, when you're climbing up and you're sticking your toe in between the rocks on an angle like this, having this rubber on the side to grip, like let's say if you only have a rock on each side of your boot, you're going to be able to grip better. If you don't have this, what happens is you can really pinch the side of your foot, or you can cut open the side of your boot and expose that Gore-Tex membrane. So the next most important thing is a stiff sole. Okay, so this one here, I can't flex that sole. A lot of people have a lot of different ideas on how flexible a sole should be, but for the type of hiking that we do up here in the Yukon, often we'll be walking through a boulder field with 5-foot or even 10-foot boulders, and sometimes when you're walking on them, on these big boulder fields, you'll be walking on the only point of contact of your boot will be a sharp point right in the middle. So with this nice stiff sole like this, I can walk across a boulder field walking on the sharp pieces of rock, which offer excellent grip, right? Which is what I want, especially if it's wet. So I can strategically step over all the high points of the rock, and I don't have to worry about bruising the bottom of my foot, or I don't have to use strength trying to keep my foot level as I go. Okay? Very important. If you ever have a bruise on the bottom of your foot, that will ruin your whole trip. Okay, so That's really important. I would not go backpacking without that. It just you can save so much energy by having that stiff sole. And when you're walking with these, the stiff sole isn't so you can walk on your toes. I never encourage you to walk on your toes. I encourage you to have flexible calves so your heel can always touch the ground. Yeah, that's pretty important. But that's a training part. But we'll work on that in our classes. Okay, so that's a really important feature. The next thing I like a tall boot, because when we're crossing rivers, what we often do instead of taking off our boots is we'll wear some nice Gore-Tex gaiters that cover all the way down to here. Then you can wrap a little bungee cord or a string around here, nice and tight. Then all of a sudden you're waterproof up to your knees. So on a stream that's 1.5 foot deep in the middle and 10 feet across, you can just quickly go across and not get wet. So this is really good if you're crossing streams all day. When we're hunting in northern BC, sometimes it rains every day, and every little valley you come through has a stream. So if you're taking off your boots, that's a real pain in the butt. The other thing is, with the tall boot, you have more grip to hold your heel down. So with this long, tall boot, there's more area to clamp on your leg to prevent your heel from lifting. Okay, because if your heel's moving inside your boot, what's going to happen is you're going to wear through that material, and you're going to wear through that Gore-Tex membrane. Then you have a boot that's not waterproof, and then it's no good. So this tall top really does help keep your heel where it needs to be. The other thing is when you're walking through a boulder field, sometimes you'll step and then a rock will dislodge and it'll roll down, something the size of a grapefruit, and it'll hit you in the ankle. Now, if you've got a cute little boot that goes to right here and a rock hits you right here, what boot would you rather have? So both these boots are very, very similar in features. You'll see one has a little bit more aggressive of a grip. That's the Handwag. Among the sheep hunting community, this is probably the most popular. This is I think it's the Alaska. Oh, it's the Trapper Top GTX. But I've had really good luck with the Loa boots too. They're really comfortable. So anyways, those are my two top choices. I could tell you a lot of ways to save money on backpacking gear. Most of the stuff you can get from Changing Gear. Patrick down there, he's amazing, and he can get you almost all the gear that you need secondhand. So if I was you, I would save my money where I can on rain gear and backpacks and camp cooking utensils, and put your money where it counts, and that's in really good quality footwear. It'll last you a long time. It'll save your ankles. It'll keep you dry, and it'll keep you walking. Okay, because when you rub through your heel the first 3 hours of a 2-week hike, that's horrible. Like, if you can finish the hike, that's amazing, but most people can't. So getting good quality footwear is really important, and also wear it a lot before you go. So we're getting ready. We're going to be doing a 3-month training program where we train with our boots every single day. We're running up and down hills. We're carrying heavy bags. We're doing all kinds of of drills, so that when you go hiking, you know, sore feet are the last thing to worry about, because your feet are used to the boots and the boots are used to your feet. Kind of gone are the days where you buy an old, you know, stiff Scarpa and you wear it for 3 years to break it in and you keep it forever. These new boots, either they fit or they don't, right? If you go to Hogan's, they actually have a sale on right now, and try on both of these boots and they don't fit you good, don't buy them. They're not going to get better in time, right? Either they fit perfect from the start or don't buy them. There are a lot of other good manufacturers out there of boots. You know, if they have the same features that I described that I think are important, then go with them. But, you know, above all, a boot has to fit like a glove right from day one, and you'll have better success. So I'm Ryan. I'm an instructor with Wicked Ram Fitness, and this is my take on boots.